Hello students and welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Dr. Shefali Nagpal, Associate Professor at Human Resource Development Center, Bhagat Phool Singh Mahila Vishwavidyalaya, Sonipat. We are studying the paper Managing Culture and Diversity, and today we will study the module Global Leadership Strategies. On the completion of this module, you would be able to understand the global leadership and the cross-cultural business era, as well as to understand the success strategies of the global leadership as well as the challenges associated with the global leadership. Let us begin with the introduction to the concept. The global economies have become closer but bigger in the size since the emergence and the adoption of the LPG, that is liberalization, privatization and globalization in many developed, semi-developed as well as the developing economies like India and China. These economies have started offering more services to the various products. Hence, nowadays the organization have started emphasizing on the services offering of their product rather than just selling the product the way they used to do in the traditionally few decades back. This transformation has reduced the barriers between the two economies and introduced the global technology enhancement and distribution, skilled manpower sharing and flow of capital among these foreign marketplace. This has created more challenge and complexities in managing, organizing and leading the business operations of the gigantic and the multifaceted organizations in today's world. It is more challenging, even more managers for the leaders to use and apply the modern techniques and discard the traditional system of applying their skills and competencies. Hence, it is imperative for them to initiate and develop the global leadership strategies for the business success amongst the cross-culture. This is the most crucial and important task to succeed in managing the organization in today's competitive global corporate culture. The subject of global leadership strategies for cross-culture business success as one of the discipline of the various subjects studied by the students of the higher education era serve the basic and the fundamental requirement to start their journey for further studying the other areas of their academics. And hence, we need to start from the very scratch of this study of this subject, from the very basic to the core conceptual areas of global leadership. The business development takes place as a process from the very basic operating activity to the multifarious phenomena in the due course of time. The complexities of the organization lead towards the challenge and difficulties to manage and achieve the common goals of any kind of organization. Wise business organization, hotels, schools, hospital, trust or even defense too. To achieve these common objectives, an organization may require getting the work done by the various people and the managerial skills to be possessed by these people in managing the organization at the global pace, especially in this modern globalized business culture. Thus, in today's world, organizations grow progressively more and more global and not less so. As a result, more and more people in the organization are exposed to the global work culture and philosophy. Here, global refers to concerning or including the whole world and involving and relating to all part or aspect of the situation. Global leadership goes therefore beyond the culture and encompasses a holistic boundary spanning world view, that is, being all inclusive and spanning across functions, cultures, borders and boundaries. Let us now understand the meaning and the concept of global leadership. The fundamental concept of global leadership lies in the frequent retooling of the leadership skills, mindsets, behavior, attitude in the perspective of globalization of ruling the business. Global leadership encompasses the leading the organization, the people and relationship, managing the self in the global era of the business world. It involves a holistic and all-encompassing and boundary-spanning worldview. The business leaders who navigate well ahead of the cultural divergence, extend diagonally their work frame and enhance their employee backgrounds, improvise the organizational functions, business cultures, languages, geography and national borders. Danish-style global leadership preaches on having to swim in the unfamiliar water is meant the global leadership. Global leadership is all about organizing and managing the global business complexities in the form of social, cultural, demographical, environmental, economical, legal, technological, governance and of course the political diversity. These aspects lead them towards the matrix of the new markets, new cultures, diverse customer taste, disruptive innovation, advanced technology, complex business processes, and manifold governance systems, virtual collaborations, multi-dimension taxation system, multiple languages, diverse employees' background, and their ecosystem to be acquainted within the business convention and organism. Further, global leadership is about networking into the superior extent in the direction of organizational, governance, institutional, cultural, political, etc. efficiencies. The global leadership requires expanding their network in mobilizing with a diverse manpower, synergizing them with the goals and interests, and their efficiency in dominating relevant and assorted essentials. This means that the global leaders need to transact with an increasing amount of the managerial incongruity, managing salient and restlessness paradoxical requirement. These incongruity, distressedness, global organizations at many levels, strategy, implementation, personal, and often experience as the organizational apprehensions. Thus, the global leadership is to develop the international leadership styles, strategies, communication, and managerial capabilities so as to fit with the diverse geographical, social, and emotional distance and difference. Let us see the prerequisites of the global leadership. The global leadership is entirely different from the common leadership style and practice. It requires continuous retooling of the various skills and competencies. The leader moving towards adopting the global leadership style need to be able to shift with forward as well as backward integration between the contradictory trade and industry atmospheres, between versatile workforce, more advanced technological vibration, and many more. Efficient and competent global leadership enables the leaders to transform their managerial functionalities, all aspects starting from planning, organizing, and directing till the motivation and the group dynamism. Global leadership entails the following primary qualities to be acquired by the leaders. Global leadership qualities. It includes, first is concrete understanding and grapple of the essential managerial and leadership skills. Since the global leaders have to deal with the global perspective, they are bound to develop and obtain conventional managerial and leadership quality like resource planning, setting organizational goals, monitoring and motivating for the optimum performance, adopting developmental feedback systems, effective business communication, creating meaningful and positive work environment, appropriate decision making ability, etc. Second is global mindset, the blend of visualizing and performing simultaneously at the global and the local level. Global is a combination of global and local, which consists of the global leader to play his role perfectly and balance amongst the global and the local scale in his organization. Therefore, it is required to develop the global mindset, which is the ability and readiness to think and to act at both local and global level at the same time together. This restrains to the well-known management funda, think globally and act locally. The global leader with the global mindset is very attentive for this simultaneousness and to perform with the duality focus on global assimilation as well as local receptiveness. Third is leadership alertness, adjusting own leadership approach and tactic to suit the situation, framework as well as employee backgrounds and motivation. Global leadership styles require the leader to adjust their leadership approach appropriate to the business situation, decision-making framework as well as the demographic characteristics of their international employees, especially while applying their skills and competencies. Their business practices, strategies, individual style and behavior should be suitable to diverse culture, environment and working pattern as well as regulatory requirement of the different foreign economies. This required them to play their roles not only based on their knowledge but to modify and shape up their behavior and attitude according to foreign business culture without losing their original identity. Next is extra effort to bridge the geographical, social and emotional distance. Finally, global leadership requires simply more efforts. Working in the global context requires more in terms of communication, bridging geographical, emotional and social distances. there is also more travel involved and more working hour flexibility required, accommodating collaboration across the spatial and the cultural distances. Gunling et al. In the year 2011 interviewed with highly accomplished global leaders and revealed the fact that global leaders require a high level of effort to perform their task effectively and successfully in global leadership role while comparing with the purely domestic settings. It includes the leadership style to match with intended outcomes. Finally, global leadership style must be matched and mapped with recognized and targeted outcomes at the global business establishment. Looking to the tough global competition, this has been the aflame prerequisites for the global leadership beyond the attained knowledge and information for the own business operation. The global leadership qualities, as explained by the Goldsmith et al. In the year 2003, enlist the following qualities like thinking globally, appreciating cultural diversity, developing technological savvy, building partnership and alliances, and sharing leadership. The top 10 leadership competencies grouped into the 5 themes. When 195 global leaders were asked to rate 74 qualities, these rose to the top. One is strong ethics and safety. 67% has high ethical and moral standards. Second is self-organizing, which was 59%, that is, it provides the goals and objectives with loose guidelines and direction. 56% reports clear communicates expectation. Next is efficient learning. 52% has the flexibility to change their opinions, nurtures growth. 43% says is commitment to my ongoing training, connection and belonging. 42% says communicates often and openly is one of the factors. 39% are of the opinion is open to the new ideas and approaches. 38% contributes towards the creates a feeling of succeeding and failing together. 38% says help me grow into the next generation leader. 37% says provide safety for the trial and error. Let us see the competencies of the global leaders. While it's a matter of managing the multinational corporation at the cross-cultural boundaries where 2 or more than 2 nations, it is more imperative to triumph upon the unique competencies of the global leaders. According to the Steers et al. In the year 2010, a global manager is defined as someone who works with or through people across the national boundaries to accomplish the global corporate objectives. He suggests the effective global management is the integration of the managerial skills with the additional multicultural or cross-cultural competencies which allow the people to use their managerial skill across a diverse environment. Competencies of global leaders. Global management skills, as explained by the Steers et al. In the year 2010. The 2 factors that contribute to global management skills, which include integration and application of the management and cross-cultural skills, are affected by the managerial competence, which include the planning, organizing, directing, controlling, coordinating within the culture. And another is the multicultural competence, which is understanding and working effectively across cultures. According to the research of Snell and Bateman, the most desired features of the global managers working in the cross-cultural environment are: 1 is the sensitivity to the other cultures and the ability to understand them. 2nd is a good understanding of the business which they lead. 3rd is courage in making the difficult decisions. 4th is ability to extract from the employees what they are best at. Another is the trustworthiness, orientation to the organization's success. Next is the ability to take the risk. Another is ability to learn new and learn from others. Another is ability to use the information from the subordinates as well as taking the challenges despite working in the unknown condition. Another is openness to criticism. And next is acting and thinking in a flexible way. According to the Harris et al. In the year 2004, intercultural competencies for the global manager are: a cosmopolitan outlook. The successful global managers are sufficiently flexible to manage well across the divergent cultural environments. They understand the contradiction, dualities, paradoxes specific for the global business environment. Next is intercultural communication skills. Successful global managers should understand at least one foreign language. Additionally, they should understand and appreciate the complexities of dealing with the people from other cultures. They know how to listen as well as talk. They are able to both interpret the context of messages and content. Third is cultural sensitivity. Successful global managers appreciate cultural diversity. They build relationship with culturally diverse people by using their experiences in different national, regional, organizational culture. Relationship building is critical. Next is rapid acculturation skills. Successful global manager adjust quickly to the different surrounding. They understand the risk of insular thinking and action. They seek help when needed. A flexible management style. Successful global manager understand how national cultures affect the management process. Cultural synergy. Successful global managers know how to build the cross-cultural teams. They capitalize on cultural diversity and understand the importance of the building and using global networks. Let us see the benefits of the global leadership. When a business organization widens its operational wings beyond the cross-culture of the multiple nation, intercultural competencies duly acquired through the global leadership become the key dimension to succeed in the global business era. The core benefits of the global leadership is the phenomena are to face the cross-boundary challenges very confidently and collaborate appropriately with the requirement of the cross-cultural business environment. Through the global leadership espousal, an organization enriches its efficiencies and proficiency in the following purposeful areas of the business operation worldwide. Benefits of the global leadership. One benefit of the global leadership is the development of the multicultural organization facet. Globalization of the organization enables to adopt and accustom the attributes of the different nations and their demographic as well as all other aspects as far as their overall ecosystem is concerned. It benefits to the organization and their stakeholders to enlarge their exploration beyond the boundaries of the principal nation and its ecosystem. This will enable them to further to learn and gain different value systems from varied culture and social establishments. The next is technological and innovative advancement. Global leadership leads the organization philosophy to accept and welcome more advanced and innovative technological transformation for its accomplishment and future growth. International technological and innovative advancement is exchange between the economical and geographical boundaries along with the other aspects of developed, semi-developed and underdeveloped nation. This proves to be more advantageous to the later two sort of nations more than the formal one. Thus, global leadership facilitates the organizations and their leaders to lead with the sound technological and innovative business operational platform. Next is flow of foreign capital at economical cost of capital. Cost of capital varies from economy to economy, which depend upon their internal financial and capital structure as well as monetary policies. Globalization of the business operation improves the organizational abilities to grab the opportunity of extracting more economical funds from the other nations. This would be more beneficial beyond the technological exchange between the cross-border of nations and enlarges the operating efficiencies and profitability of the global organization. Recent announcement by the Central Government of India for establishing the bullet train between Ahmedabad and Mumbai will permit the nation and many corporate to avail the financial resources between Japan and India and economize the unit cost of the future citizens, transportation and commuting requisites as well as the facility. Next is skilled workforce sharing. Educational and the industrial ecosystem of every nature differs from others. This also differentiates the skill and competency level of the available workforce to among them. Global leadership and the cross-cultural business expansion ensure to accomplish the gain of availing and sharing the skilled and competent workforce between economies. This will be accommodating the growing organization as well as potential manpower to discover the work perspectives aperture ahead of their own national and geographical frontiers. Thus, global leadership facilitates the sharing of the skilled and the competent workforce in the midst of the diverse global economies. This develops further active and creative global teams as well as productive virtual team out of the multicultural global working groups of organizations. Next is integrate an international perspective into strategic alliance. The strategic thinking and decision-making process play a very significant role in business organizational development. Business strategic thinking and decision-making are the key competences to be acquired by any global business leaders and managers. While approaching towards the internationalization, they become more cognizant and mindful about aligning with the international perspective about the strategies and decision-making of their global business operations. Global leadership consequently integrate an international perspective into the strategic alliance as well as decisive process of the leaders. Next is untie new market entries and product launches. Global leadership help developing and aligning with the global strategic formulation and implementation. This improvises the proper communication and marketing strategies of the business organization to enter into the new international market as well as modify and alter the existing product lines to launch into these new markets. Global leadership unties the new markets and offers modified product ranges mapping to the customer's need of the speckled cultures and countries. This will further benefits to the global business and their leaders to improvise their communication and marketing strategies at the global standards of offering and product and their services to the future global citizens. Next is to reduce the complexities and utilize the cultural diversity. Global leadership promotes to utilize the cross-culture diversity of the business and consumer needs as well as potentialities of reducing the complexities between cross-culture demographic and other human value systems. This permits global businesses and their leaders to oppose business vitality and modernism, consenting further for reducing the global business complexities and difficulties due to the cultural diversity. Next is cost and risk reduction resulting towards the output optimization. Sharing and caring with all kinds of organizational resources at the international business environment reduce the cost and risk factor of the business processes as well as its product and services. This will further cut the unit cost of product and services and enable the end user to avail them at very affordable price. Hence, global leadership benefits in the cost and risk reduction of the global business and its offerings to the international market. Ultimately, this process will result into the business optimization and output optimization of them. Global leadership development. Though the global leadership is beneficial in many facets, it is very tricky many a times to develop the global leaders for many organizations aspiring to become the global organization. John G. in 2004 narrates that developing the global leader is the key strategic goal of the multinational corporation. He further states that high caliber executive leadership is an essential element of that success. Many companies are asking, do we have the sufficient executive global leaders in our development pipeline now and for future? The HV model of global leadership development include behavioral goals, behaviors which work against the goals, hidden competing commitments. Fourth is big assumptions. The horizontal competencies include open-mindedness, lifelong learning, patience, even disposition, locus of control, navigating ambiguity, demonstrating creativity, adapting socially, instilling trust. Global leadership development. Macaulay and Van in the year 2004 through their book Handbook of Leadership Development defines the global leadership development is the expansion of the person's capacity to be effective in leadership roles and processes. Leadership role and processes are those that facilitate setting direction, creating alignment, maintaining commitment in the groups of the people who share common work. Black and Gegerson in the year 2000 affirm a global leadership development process as a remapping process comprising of the steps to encounter, confront and redrawing. Before developing the global leadership among the organization and their leaders, the fundamental qualities of the leader must be inculcated amongst them. These qualities may comprise of the knowledge acquisition, vision aspiration, managing capabilities, trust building, strategy formulation, effective communication, motivation and mentoring, milestone setting, role modeling, team building and dynamism, etc. Once these qualities are obtained, the process of global leadership development may be initiated and completed. The below elaborated phases may be considered as the major root causes of developing the global leadership in the multinational corporations. Exploration of the leaders at the entry level in the organization in cross culture. Next is mounting contextual understanding by the leaders globally. Another is engaging senior leaders in the globalization process. Mapping of the individual objectives with the organization and the global perspective. Another is building trust and collaboration through consistent conservation among the international team. Learning and exploring attitude development by the global leaders at entry level. Alliance with organization visions and strategic value systems of concerned economies. Cross-culture individual developmental training and coaching arrangements. Investment in subordinate leaders and involving them through international assignments. Balancing conflicting demands with the organizational strength and opportunities. Next to consistent assessment and accreditation of leadership practices at every level, validating with the relevant information and statistics at the global pace. Concept of cross-culture business. Every human races and religion derive from the different backgrounds and origins, the living style, life standards and qualities, value systems, taste and trends, cultures and spirituality, etc. vary from each other among the different cultures and religions in the international level. The things which are taken and interpreted as good in one culture may be constructed badly in another culture. Way of initiating and doing the things also differ among the various or the varied cultures globally. For instance, the work performance is considered for promotions and higher level assignments in the Western countries. Instead of the work performance, the organization compatibility, that is the employee's ability to fit into the organization is considered for the job appraisal as well as a job promotion across the Indian corporations. When two or more than two persons or the organizations from the different cultural background approaches, interact and enter into any trade or commercial agreements, the cross-cultural business takes place beyond the economical and the geographical edges of them. Thus, the cross-cultural business is purely dependent on the delineations of the cross-cultural psychology, international business philosophy, global organization behavior, international legal and governing systems, global regulatory and monetary frameworks, international human resources, global anthropology, etc. Cross-culture business organization focus on comprehend how the national cultures affect their management practices, identify the similarity and the differences across culture in economy's context, and the incentive effective global management practices, because any culture is acquired with the knowledge that the citizen apply to interpret their learning and experience and generate their reactions through their social behavior. Accordingly, the cultural diversity is established that affects the business operations of the global organizations. The management of the cross-culture business is affected and compiled by the cultural diversity through varied aspects like centralization versus decentralization, security versus risk, stability versus versatility, cooperation versus competition, individual versus group dynamism, formal versus informal, short term versus long term, individual freedom versus family harmony, efficiency versus quality, timely versus patiently, openness versus rigidness, self-reliance versus parental guidance, organizational loyalty versus individual egocentricity. Dimensions of the cross-culture business. The cross-culture businesses and their management are dependent on the various dimensions as far as their operational strength and growth potentialities are concerned. The major dimensions are elaborated as under. Dimensions of cross-culture business. It includes essential to be the multinational business organization. There are many essentialities require and influence an organization to become multinational. Some of them are country of origin effects, offering accessibilities in each concerned countries, national identity, heritage and belief system, global trade agreements, obtaining spotlights of other nations, etc. Cross-cultural consumer behavior. The consumer and their behavior of two or more nations may be similar or different. For any cross-culture business organization, it is very crucial to observe and investigate the destiny of similarity or diversity among two or more culture consumers, because the larger the similarity between the two or more cultures, the greater the feasible to apply moderately analogous marketing and consumer behavior strategies. Usually, the marketing functionaries focus uniquely on the similar kind of consumers and their behavior globally. This trend is rising very rapidly since last few decades in global economies. The marketers must be well learned with the application and usage relevant information and process the foreign consumers of their products. Next is offering global brands. Global branded products are manufactured, packed, positioned in the international marketplaces with a global myth, international quality, culturally responsible, and adopting the local marketing strategy. For example, McDonald's food products, Apple iPhone, Samsung electronic products, etc. Cross-cultural communication. Usually, people communicate the way they used to in their routine life and style according to their race and roots. Different cultures and social ecosystems have different principles, norms, procedure, and communication. Adopting and enabling the cross-culture communication facilitates to learn varied cultures and their communicating methods, principles, norms, and procedures well. The challenges of predicting the other cultures and accordingly their people response while communicating rises the degree of difficulties and uncertainty in communication. Therefore, it becomes more imperative to develop the skill and competencies of cross-culture communication. This will also reduce all type of possible discrimination in the cross-culture business. Next dimension is cross-cultural global HRM. Since last couple of decades, the significance of developing economies in the global business economy has grown up tremendously. This has created more challenging global business environment for human resource management, especially in cross-border cultural relationship and preventing the individual cultural value system. The stiff competition at the national as well as the international level has resulted in the deeper focus on efficient human resource management practices to be adopted globally. Therefore, the global organizational leaders and policymakers are required to know how HRs are managed in the different parts of the world and how they should perceive and react to the different cultural beliefs and practices. Next is the cross-culture global training. The training plays the role of supporting expatriate adjustment and on-assignment performance to the leaders and all other employees of the cross-culture business organization. Components of the effective pre-departure training programs comprises with the cultural awareness, preliminary visits, language, skills development. Relocation assistance and training for the trainers are also crucial requirement to be addressed. Through this way of effectiveness of the pre-departure training, developmental aspects of international assignments, building international management teams and other such aspects are materialized for planned entry and rise in the international markets. Next is developing staff through international work assignments. Development of the staff at the cross-culture business organization lead to management development as well as the organizational development. The management development is done through ensuring that the individuals will gain international experience which assists them in career progression, and multinational will gain through having a pool of experienced operators which to draw to the continuous attention, whereas the organizational development is initiated through enhancing the inventory of knowledge, skills and abilities, raising the global mindset and expatriates as agent of the direct control and socialization. Next dimension is facilitating for the smooth functioning of the cross-partners team. It is very significant dimension of the cross-culture business organizations. In the multinational era of the business functionalities, various international teams are generated and developed spontaneously at many times. It is the principal organization to look into the facilitation for the smooth functioning of such cross-partners and other natural teams to produce the optimum output. Managing cultural differences in global business era. The global leadership exists and performs in times where the characteristics are being consulted on a day-to-day basis. both their own identity narrative and those of the organization and economies to which they belong to. This is because often today's global leaders have discovered and learned that they are not the people who taught themselves and believe to be when the others confront them, when the realities that they represent in the multinational business culture. Therefore, in the global business era, the cultural and the individual identity hardly matters, whereas cop-ups with the multinational business leaders and the organizational identity become more vital to be established and prevent. The cultural differences in their management in the global business era has been vital area of the international nature of modern business. In today's global business era, the individual and the organization success do not rely on the business intelligence and expertise. The ability of the global business organization and their leaders to understand, to communicate and to work with the people in the different countries and cultures around the world has been more imperative than ever, as numerous multinational organizations depend on their universal horizon to achieve the best performance and optimum results, because ultimate market advantages lies in the respect of the people and their culture. Managing cultural differences in the global business era is crucial for the fair and sustainable global business success. Managing cultural differences in the global business era also instigate with a focus the meaning of the global leadership, one of the topics very much too blurry and hectic today, that makes the challenges and responsibilities in practical terms of the cross-cultural global business. In the global business era, learning from others and from the continuous changes require the ability to observe from the several angles as well as to warm up our conduct in the foreign directions. Robert T. Moran et al. In the year 2010 elaborates in detail on the following foremost areas of managing cultural differences as global leadership strategies for cross-cultural business success. It includes the cultural impacts on the global management, global leaders in culture, global leaders in communication, negotiating long-term for mutual benefits, global leaders learning from others and change, transcending cultures, women leaders in the global business, motivating the global workforce, the case for diversity and inclusion, effective performance in global marketplace, managing global transitions and relocations, leadership in creating cultural synergy. Others are regional cultural specifics, doing business with Middle Easterners, doing business in the Central and the South America, doing business with Asians and Australians, doing business with Europeans, doing business with Africans, with North Americans. Leadership across cross-culture differences. Leadership is the ability to influence and lead others in order to work towards the achievement of the shared goals in a teamwork within the organization, especially in the context of the globalized business era. The global leaders must hold below the listed attributes. Leadership across the cultural differences. It includes the able user of cultural synergy, cosmopolitan approaches, accomplished international communicator, culturally sensitivity, capable of rapid acculturations, knowledge about the cultural and institutional influences on management, facilitator of subordinates intercultural performance. The success strategies of global leadership. The successful global leaders are those who are able to shift their communication style, leadership methods, strategy to fit various contexts and bridge the geographical as well as the social and the emotional distances. They are able to move skillfully back and forth between the contradictory business millennials, even when they call for very different approaches. Success strategies of global leadership. The cultural adequate communication with the market participants crucial for the success. Others are the plan, design, communicate and lead international projects and schemes appropriate to cultural environment. Employing and using the different potential workforce. Next is forming various teams out of multinational groups of employees. Next is use of culture specific map of target region and other customers. Other is use well proven practical strategies for a more conducive cooperation for solving of conflict. Another is interpret typical non-verbal communication to know peculiarities of the written communication. Next is to learn and follow the tactics of how speedily arrive at the real consequences. Other is to discover the cultural specific listening techniques and typical etiquette of private and business contexts. develop the habits to grasp tolerance perimeters in the cultural specific situations. Now let us see the challenges to the global leadership. Globalization of the business widens the global leaders to numerous challenges, driving from the drastic amplify in complexity, diversity and uncertainty. At the time of entering into the cross-culture business era, the organizations and their leaders have to face abundant challenges in the varied aspects. Challenges to the global leadership. It includes the access of prevailing facts, information, data relevant to the foreign markets and business place, uncertainty about the potentiality of the business and consumers of the offering products, organizational and national cultural diversity and challenges of domestic characteristics differences, language and communication barriers. The other challenges include the stretch of behavioral personality traits among the different economies, cross-cultural interferences and negotiation styles, misinterpretation and incomprehension leading to the failures of the talks, failed project due to the incremental costs, frequent conflicts and arguments among the international team caused to the resignation and termination. Let us summarize what we have studied in this module. We have studied the global leadership strategies for cross-culture business success, its prerequisite, the global leadership, its competencies like the strong ethics and safety, self-organizing, efficient learning, etc. And according to the various researchers, we have also learned about the competencies of the global leaders and the benefits of the global leaders, as well as how the global leaders are developed, the concept of cross-culture business and the factors affecting it like centralization versus decentralization, stability versus versatility, efficiency versus quality, and similarly many more. We have also seen the dimensions of the cross-culture business, which include the cross-culture consumer behavior, offering global brands, communication, HRM, training among the cross-culture differences. This module at the end concluded with the success strategies of the global leadership and challenges in this 21st century. That is all in this module, students. Thank you.